Another alleged gameplay video. Assassin's Creed Syndicate on the Xbox One. Yeah, I'm currently playing this at the moment. The project on the channel for documenting all the games in the collection is continuing. So we're still committed to that madness. I'm going to try and climb up here. Yeah, I'm quite far into this. I'm playing this at the moment. I will finish it. There's so many side quests and collectibles and everything else. But the game is just absolutely gorgeous. The recreation and the realisation of 19th century London is really jaw-dropping. It's pretty damn amazing. And it's kind of like an era that I'm really interested in anyway. So I am quite far into it. We're on the train at the moment. This is like a safe house, but it's not a house. It's a train for some reason. You can upgrade, you can save stuff and everything else. Essentially it's just an Assassin's Creed game, so we all know what it's about. This is only the second one I've ever played. I played the very first one. I was really late to the franchise. Played that, really enjoyed it. And then I got this recently, and I thought I'll crack on with this. So I'm kind of really enthusiastic because I've got so many Assassin's Creed games now to go back to and play and complete. Completing your games is really important. But as you can see, graphically it's just amazing. 19th century London in all its glory. Can't see any major landmarks here. We've got gasworks there. Sometimes I just end up hopping on the top of the train and just doing a full circuit, doing some sightseeing. I used to do that when I got bored on Red Dead Redemption. I just used to go on the train and go around the entire map. That's saying something, that is, if a game can make you want to do that. Come on! Let's try and get down somewhere. So yeah, it's basically just... We should be okay. We've got loads of gang members here in Lambeth. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I get completely immersed in this game. I really am. And there's so much attention to detail. The attention to detail, especially like with the train and everything else. And I'd put this game up there with any kind of GTA game. Maybe a bit controversial to say that, but there you go. Get my item off a little street urchin.
Nice one.
And you've got different weather effects, and when it rains and the sun comes out, it just looks amazing. It really does. It's absolutely huge. So let's have a look at how much I've done so far. So I've taken over quite a bit of the map. Obviously start in Whitechapel. I've taken over a chunk of the City of London. A little bit of the Thames there. Quite a bit of Southwark. Lambeth, I've taken Lambeth over completely. I don't think there's any enemies there at all now. Another bit of the River Thames here. Tiny chunk of Westminster. Westminster I think is the highest. Yeah, it's level 9. But I've been getting so good at this. I mean, I think I've taken on some high level. I mean, I took that borough there, that chunk of Westminster, I took that on when I was only on level 4. And that's a level 9 area. So when I first started to play this, I thought, oh, this is going to be quite linear. Although you've got the impression that you can go where you like. You really have to pick your battles, but it's not the case. If you get really good at it and you've got the right kind of equipment, then you can take on you can take on a lot higher missions and enemies and everything else. And I've got a weird little chunk in there of the strand. I think I've got to do what, I can't think of what it's called now. Yeah, is it called synchronize? I've got to synchronize there on a viewpoint. I've got another one down there, and I think I've got one up there. So what I want to do is, I don't want to rush on with the story too much. I'd like to convert the entire map, so turn the map in completely over into my favour. That's kind of what I want to do. Do we need a shop? No, not really. So you can hijack horse and carts and everything else, kind of GTA styley. It's a bit convoluted the way you can switch between the characters. I don't really appreciate that, to be completely honest. Also, the way the missions are structured and everything else, sometimes it can get a bit confusing, I think, as to where to go next and what the main missions are and everything else. But you can see graphically what it looks like. It's pretty amazing. And being a lot older, being a gamer since the late 1970s, I just appreciate these type of games for what they are. I think it'll give us the percentage here. So I take it that total synchronization of 35%. I take it that's the actual main story. Trying to drive this horse and cart business is a little bit difficult. It's a little bit difficult.
Doing fine, good.
You kind of expect stuff to control like GTA. Wow, that must be a market over there. It's really congested. Let's go and have a look. There's just so much life. There's so much hustle and bustle going on. Want to avoid him. I've leveled up that as well, so the enemies, the other gang members won't take me on now. They won't actively try and start an argument and a fight. If only life was like that. So yeah, you got like market here and everything else, and the audio as well. The audio is pretty much bang on. Everything's level, atmospheric. When you go to the cutscenes relate to the actual audio in the regular game. But it's one to complete. I should have this complete in the next, probably within the next week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on how much time I get. So there you go, I thought I'd share it with you. 19th century, the streets of London. Not a very nice place. Unless you had loads of money. That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it, really? You could apply that to today. So you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.